On this episode of Pimp My Setup, I'm going to be talking about setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 206, recorded live on March 21st, 2017. My name is Thomas Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Thomas Philly. And of course, we have the producer, the newest producer, Matthew Philly. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm so happy I got the job. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, well, this is a trial run, so we'll see how this goes.
I hope I get the job for long-term time, though.
Okay. Stop talking. Okay. Yeah, but this is Tom Takeover Tuesdays. This is something that the people wanted. People in the comments were saying, like, oh my God, please do it. So we're doing it. We're trying it out at least. I want to see how, things go and all that, but that's how it is. We're booked up to the episode 328, I think, still. I think I didn't even add any more setups to it, so that's cool. Setup Addicts, how many members? 24,000?
25,000.
Oh my God, that is crazy. That is actually insane. If you want to submit to the show, pimpmysetup.com/Q. If you want to submit a fast pass, get on the show right away. This next episode, which is Thursday, you can do pimpmysetup.com/perks. So that's cool. But we got 10 setups. We combined 2 episodes, but Matt went through some of the setups and all of them were kind of crappy. So we cut down from 16 to 10. So this is how it's going to be. But yeah, let's go into the first setup of the day, submitted by Nathan. Nathan is 16 years old, loves his setup, but feels like it's missing something. It could be better. Well, Nathan, if you look at the second photo, I think there's something you're definitely missing. Cable management. Can we just look at that for a second? Oh my God, what is going on there? I mean, honestly, when you just look at that, he has a Signum, right? That's a Signum.
Yeah, that's a Signum.
And for some reason, he just didn't know how to control it, just anywhere whatsoever. So I feel like maybe you got to start fresh, rip all those cables down, and start fresh, try to even them out, make them look a little bit nicer than that. You can definitely do a lot better than that.
Very colorful cables, though.
Yeah, he's got different variety of cables: beige, white, black, brown, blue. I mean, this guy has the rainbow in his wire management. Going back to the first photo, though, it's a pretty simple setup, triple monitor. He's got his headphones, that's not the best spot for your headphones, especially, I don't know how that would really stay on the desk. I feel like I'd knock into them 24/7. So maybe getting, headphone clamps going underneath the desk, that'd be nice. Depending on where you want to have them, that'd be cool. The color scheme is all over the place. You got red, you got green, you got, just a bunch of different colors that you have to kind of focus on. We're not going for a Christmas theme here. We're going for, a cool theme that you can use all year round. But yeah, you got the speaker in the middle. I mean, that's cool. Maybe upgrading to speakers in the meantime would be nice. Cheap speakers from Logitech are great. I have the Z333 speakers, super nice. I'd get those. I recommend them. The only problem is having them underneath your monitors would probably be pretty tough. It would probably be blocking it. So, I mean, that's something you have to work into. There's really no theme. If you look above, there's a floating shelf above. It has G Fuel on it. That's not the greatest stuff to put on a floating shelf. I would add more theme. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with the photo, but yeah, it's got G Fuel, and I think he has Call of Duty games up there or something like that. I can't really tell from the picture, but maybe working on the shelf itself would be cool too. But other than that, it's pretty simple. Usability is fine and all that. So, you have anything else that you want to say about the setup?
Why is the right monitor off? That seems a little bit off.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, and the monitor alignment seems off too because the left monitor is higher up. I feel like the triple monitors could be aligned better, but yeah, the right monitor is just completely off. I don't know why that is. Maybe a computer can't even run it. But yeah, I think that's it for that setup. Let's go to the next setup of the day, submitted by Vetle. Vetle, yeah, I'm going to say Vetle. He's 14 years old. He thinks he has a pretty clean setup, but he's always looking to improve. So, he's pretty bold in the statement. He's like, yeah, I have a pretty clean setup. And it is true. He does have a very clean setup. I mean, there's really nothing outside of mine's great. You don't really have anything on your desk except for the stuff you need. The only problem is your speakers are being blocked, at least your left one. You can barely even see behind that left monitor. So, I mean, finding a new place to put that speaker, that would be great. I don't know how maybe moving the left monitor off into another area would maybe fit it. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Where would you put that left speaker?
Honestly, he would have to lay it down on its side, given his current monitor arrangement.
Yeah. That's probably the best bet. It would just look a little awkward, so maybe putting the right speaker on its side too would,
you could put the secondary monitor above at an angle pointing down.
That's true. That's another way. You'd have to get rid of those posters on top, or the lack of theme, is there. Yeah, there's really no theme. Like, he has the two stuff above. I think it's like soccer players or whatever, but they're not framed. They're ripped up. So, I mean, I'll get rid of them, maybe start a new type of theme. Pretty basic. The mouse pads seen better days. I feel like it should be flattened out a little bit more. It seems very, I don't know. It just looks a little weird.
It's probably new.
Yeah, very new. But I feel like the monitors are really close, but that's because of the depth of the desk. But there's really nothing you can do about that. But there's really not much to this setup except for, mouse, keyboard, speakers, monitors. Like, that's basically about this setup. The PC's in a good spot. Cable management, you did good. You see the cables in the left corner. You did a great job. The white cable blends into the back. The black cable goes along nicely. It's the best you can do. So you did a great job there. But that's it. There's really just add theme, fix that speaker situation. You should be fine. So let's go to the next setup of the day, submitted by Kourtney. Kourtney is 26-year-old. I think it's a guy. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I don't think it's said, but his favorite hobby is gaming. Longtime console peasant who recently joined the PC master race. He plans on fixing the cable mess. So, yeah, let's go to the cables first. You could definitely see in that corner over there. I feel like you could easily put that power brick up against that wooden part or whatever and easily hide that. And then cable manager, try to hide it behind the leg. You can easily hide it behind your PC from the looks of it, at least, or at least moving your PC over to kind of hide more of it. It's an easy fix, and I know that, it's easier said than done, but, that's what it is. The rest of the setup, usability is fine. The desk is not really the greatest desk, but, you're using what you have. Using the Xbox One on top of there, that's cool with the router. That spot is pretty cool. No theme. Once again, it comes down to just adding theme. You have like the box off to the left. I guess that's fine for now, but maybe getting a bigger desk in the future would be nice. But we don't see anything on the wall from what we can tell, at least. So maybe adding stuff on the wall, simple stuff that we all know what to do, but there's really no theme. There's nothing that tells us about you except, you like gaming, but we can't really tell if you don't have anything on the wall or just showing it off in that sense. Do you have anything to say about the setup? I think that's basically it.
I think it's just the desk and the theme.
Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff, and you're 26, you could afford a desk if you have a job, so why don't you just do that? Let's go to the next setup of the day, though, submitted by KSS. It's his initials. Yeah, he didn't want to say his full name, so that's what he is. 16 years old, and he's looking for tips. He's just looking for tips. That's all he wants, just some tips. Okay. I think this setup is very simple. Once again, there's a lot of simple setups today. The one thing I like about the setup is the stuff in the left-hand corner. He's got like the boat and like the car and all that. I think that's super unique in that way, where it keeps that white theme, but you add a little splash of color. I like that about this setup. Very simple, straightforward setup. He's got the desk space, keep his PC on. He's got perfect size, like, monitors, or speakers at least. Everything looks great. It's just very empty on the wall, and like, with the white on white desk and like the white on white wall and all that, it kind of just feels like it should be adding something to the setup, once again on the wall. Cable management, from what we could tell, is fine. That shelving up to the left that's holding the boat, you can see underneath that it has some stuff underneath there. I don't know how usable the shelves are with the leg right there, but you're using it for what you have, so there it is. And I like how he has the RGB thing against the desk like that. Maybe I would hide it underneath it, but then again, it's probably easy just for him like touch it and just go on with his day. But for tips, I mean, really all you have to do is just put some stuff on the wall, add some more color to it. I like the little splash of color off to the left, add some more color. That's really all I have to do. Maybe upgrade a monitor when you get older. I mean, you're only 16, so, save up and just do what you got to do. I think you know what you're doing. So you got anything else to say about the setup?
No, you hit it on the head.
All right, let's do the next setup of the day, submitted by William. William is 14 years old, shoots videos and live streams for his setup. His YouTube and Twitch is SuperWill621. So William's 14 years old, and this setup is cool. I mean, it's very unique in its in certain aspects. The one thing I'm going to say straight off the bat is that gaming wheel or whatever on the bottom, isn't that in the way of his feet? Like, I feel like that's just not a great spot, especially because he has that thing that comes out of his desk that can easily just have it on there, whenever he wants, or just find a different spot for it. I mean, it just seems like a very weird spot to have it. I understand you probably just want to pick it up and like put it on your desk to have it on the go, but it just seems like just in your way for legroom. Legroom would probably be a little bit of an issue. Not super big, but just the little things. I feel like the monitors are like in a weird position because like if you're going sitting straight on with the desk, I feel like the left monitor is like too far over. And if that's the case, you need to, angle that in a little bit more. If it works for you usability wise, then maybe keep it there. But I feel like you could definitely shift the monitors off to the right. Speaker is like, once again, it's shift off to the left, where I feel like the left speaker is kind of like just out of nowhere, where the right speaker is way closer to you. So I feel like shifting that whole monitor, that whole setup part to the right a little bit more would make more sense. Maybe angling the monitors in a different way would be cool too. We see the canvas poster, I think, is above, and that's like off-centered with like it's centered with the setup itself, but where you're sitting, everything's off-center. I don't know if you can tell about that. Yeah, it just looks a little weird. I don't know. I mean, I think he's running off a laptop from what I could see. I don't see a PC because that's a subwoofer down there. I guess that's the laptop he's running off of, which seems like a pretty strong laptop. It is holding. I don't see a PC. Do you see a PC?
No.
Yeah, so I guess it has to be the laptop. But yeah, I feel like shifting that monitor setup off to the right a little bit more to kind of straighten out with your actual sitting position would be nice. And maybe just adding a little more color. You got the green LEDs on the keyboard because it's Razer. I feel like adding more color because it's black on black. It just seems like it's a little dull. So maybe adding color once again would help this setup. But I think that's it for this setup. Let's go over to the next setup of the day, submitted by Noah. Noah is only 10 years old. He uses this setup for light gaming and mostly schoolwork since he's going to school online. Apparently he was in an apartment for these photos but already moved to a new house, but he never sent an update. I remember this kid. He said that he wanted to move, and I think he did move at one point. Like it just said, he didn't, send updated photos. So this is what we're working with, and it's very simple. It's such a simple setup. I love how clean the monitor is. The desk works for what he's using it for. I just want to see, where's his PC, or does he have where's his PC, or what does he use to power that monitor?
It's a laptop. I don't know. I think maybe in the drawer he has a laptop.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, it just that's probably why he couldn't put it on his desk itself, because there's no room. So maybe putting it in the drawer was the best spot. But this is not like his room. I'm pretty sure it's like a living room of some sort. So he couldn't take up the whole living room to make his setup better. So I don't think he could put anything on the walls. But really, this setup's not really much to talk about because he moved to a different location. There's no point in talking about upgrades he can do to the setup itself in this position when he's not even at the place anymore. The stuff on the desk is cool. Rubik's Cube, maybe display that on like a shelf when you do move, or if you moved already. Just simple stuff. I mean, you're only 10 years old. It's crazy that you have a cool ass monitor like that, and you have some nice stuff for being 10. So, just keep doing what you're doing. A couple years from now, you'll be set and ready to go. Let's go to the next setup of the day, though, submitted by David. David is 16 years old, and he's into photography. That desk, it has seen better days, to say the least. I think, if you're going to keep the desk, because I think the desk is working for you in some ways, I feel like adding some carbon fiber wrap or repainting it in some sort, maybe some wood stain or something like that. I feel like upgrading that desk, would be nice. Just add something to get rid of those ugly ass scratch marks and scuff marks and all that. It just doesn't look great. It kind of brings down the quality of the setup. Wire management, the reason this is great, wire management, those cables right there. It's so easy. That wood panel right there is so easy. You could just plop them right up and just tape them back up. You wouldn't see any more. I don't think there's any other cables that are really being shown except for the monitor cable. So, I mean, just little fixes would have helped your cable management out. I like the use of the desk, like I said. I love the theme around it. I love those shelves off to the right. They're so unique with the stuff that he has, like the old cameras, the unique poster, the BB-8 thing. I don't know if he drew that or, I don't know. But it seems pretty cool. I love the theme around it. It kind of keeps that beige look to it. It's pretty interesting. It's not your normal 16-year-old setup. You think this guy would be older. But yeah, the speakers, I'm looking off to the left. The speakers seem really high up, and I feel like it would be better if they're angled down. But I feel like it's still picking up the same amount of sound if he were to have them on his desk. But he doesn't have the room on his desk, so he's like, I'm going to throw them right up there. That's cool. I think that's a great job doing that. I'm trying to look over. Yeah, he has his little laptop off to the right for that's cool. There's really not a lot to say about the setup. I'm just trying to look around. Yeah, I mean, I'd really repaint the desk, wood stain the desk, do something with the desk because it'll make it look a lot cleaner. And because it is a basically clean setup. If you really look around the whole setup, It's basically clean. Just the desk makes it look a lot older and a lot more crappier, if that's the correct word for it. Is there anything you would say about the setup?
Paint the walls over. Maybe go for like gray, but at least patch up the crap.
Yeah, just like little things. Like, I mean, that's not really little, painting the walls and painting the desk, but you know what to do. I mean, it's pretty simple when it comes down to it.
Better spot for the Google Home.
Okay, yeah. I can see that.
Simple things.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not a terrible spot. Like, it's not interfering with anything he's doing, so keeping it there is fine. But
it just looks kind of like out of place.
Yeah, because it's white and everything else is like dark.
Yeah,
for the most part. Yeah, let's just go to the next setup of the day, though. Submitted by James. James is 17 and he loves space and sports. So we got 2 photos to work with. You got this one straight on, showing off, the setup itself, and then his cable management, which is in the second photo. Cable management, I feel like you could just easily just fix it. It's like you have the Signum, but nothing's in a Signum except for the extension cord. Like, I feel like you can easily throw those cables up there and like make it tighter, and just like make it look like less existent, if that makes sense, non-existent. But cable management is an easy fix. I didn't really take off much points for it, but it's like easy fixes. The first photo, I love the hats on top. I'm a hat guy. I love how they're up there. I like how you're utilizing that for that. The canvas poster above is cool. I feel like they're supposed to be spaced out a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's like the whole scheme of it. But you have the room to space it out. It's not like you're tight on space. So I mean, maybe space that out if you want to. The setup itself, it's very simple. The stuff on, like, I don't know what that is. That circular thing off to the left. I don't know what that is, but I feel like
he said in his email, I forgot, it was like a Christmas present.
Okay, I mean, I guess it's fine if it's a Christmas present, you want to keep it there, but I feel like maybe having the speakers down there would be more, because like the speakers are really small, and having up there, I feel like they're just going right over your head. Maybe just me, I don't know. Yeah, but very simple setup, straightforward. The desk, supposed to have cup holders, it's supposed to have cups inside the cup holders, but that's one thing we can let pass by. But very simple overall. I love the blue theme. Keep expanding with the blue theme. You have the trophies off to the right. That's cool. I mean, yeah, it's a very nice job with the setup. Really, there's nothing else to say about the setup except for fix that cable management and maybe get new speakers. That's what I would say. Let's go to the next setup of the day, submitted by Victor. Victor is 22 years old and he mainly uses the setup for gaming. So we got 2 photos to work with. We got the straight on of the setup itself, and then the next photo shows off more of the right side, shows off that awesome view with the trees and all that. Super nice. And I love how he has the piano like off the side showing off, that's cool. Cable management, from what we can see, there's like little cables around like the monitor and like just like mouse cable and all that. Really nothing you can do about those cables itself. So I mean, overall, from what we can see, you did a good job cable management. The desk is very weird. It kind of fits your room that way, where it's like, right in the corner, and I guess like usability is fine in that aspect, but I feel like out of sight, out of mind maybe lost me a little bit, just because I'm looking around and there's like little things that maybe could be moved. Like maybe if you got a mic arm, that'd be nice, maybe to go behind the monitor coming over, that'd be cool. But just like little things. This setup is like pretty good for the most part. I love the Mercedes-Benz type 500K poster off to the left, but I feel like it's getting blocked a little bit. Not the end of the world, but just little things. Yeah, piano's in a good spot. I feel like maybe with the curve, it might be a little awkward, but then again, like there's nothing really you can do about it. LEDs would be cool in the setup. Just trying to add some color to it, some more color. And that's basically it. I mean, it's a cool setup nonetheless, but yeah, the stuff on the shelf too, maybe get rid of some of the stuff on the shelf because it seems like it's just out of place and not really necessary. But yeah, that's basically it. Do you have anything that would be cool to add?
No, I think you hit it on the head.
All right, cool. Let's go to the final setup of the day then. I mean, we're flying right through these setups. Nick is 17 years old and he loves the game. So Nick's got 2 photos. He's got this one right here, and then the next one showing off more of the cable management or lack of cable management because he only has one cable. He was smart enough to put it above on the the wooden panel. That's pretty cool. He's smart enough to do that. Let me just say, I love the wall. I love how cool that astronaut background is. I think it's so awesome.
Missed opportunity, though. He mounts the headphones right there. Should have mounted them higher so it looks like he's holding them.
That'd be actually pretty cool. Yeah, you have one in the left. Yeah, or just have one in the left hand and then one off like underneath your desk or maybe on that hand, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
I think it's terrible putting the headphones there, but that would have been a cool way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you have the real estate on the desk to have the headphone stands off to the left, but I like the desk. I think the desk looks really nice, and I feel like it's tough to add more theme or more personality, except for being like on the desk. And I wouldn't even know what you can add that would like not draw away from the big ass background that he has with the astronaut. It's tough. I mean, the RGB stuff that's on the desk, like the little remotes, I feel like that could be put away in a drawer. It's not necessary to have them right there. Once again, I feel like this could be like you can have a bigger monitor or you can have just better speakers, because those speakers are so like non-existent. They're just so small. Like I feel like you have the room to get a bigger speakers. And I like the PC placement. It's not interfering, at least from what I can see, with with your mouse and all that. So I think overall the desk works for now, but maybe getting a new desk to fill up more of that wall would be nice. But I like the desk. I love how it looks and all that. I think it adds like a cool factor to it. And I mean, yeah, it's tough to add theme. What else would you have for theme? Because it's not really a themeful setup.
Something to go on the left side of the desk, at least. It would be better if it was colorful to kind of match what he's going for. But I don't know. I love the desk. I love the wall, but I don't know if it goes together for me.
Yeah.
I like both. I just don't know if they
maybe like together. A white desk. I was thinking like maybe a white desk would kind of like contrast with like the
black
white
and stuff.
Yeah. I think that would be pretty cool.
And it's kind of hard because I don't feel like LEDs work in this setup when you have such a cool wall like that.
That's
unless
true.
It's like white or something to that extent. But it's a cool setup nonetheless.
No, yeah, I definitely like it. I'll give you a little hint. This won first place, and people might hate me for that.
Ooh, someone has a good idea. An old style globe on the left side.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, or just something like that. Something like, I feel like this would need like something old or something like antique-ish to make it like
to match
more.
the desk.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you're not going to get rid of the desk, I think the desk is fine. So maybe adding something like that would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's basically it for that setup. So let's go to the scores for today. Let me just pull that up. All right, so first setup of the day was submitted by Nathan. Nathan got a 58. Vetle got a 74. Kourtney got a 64. KSS got an 86. William got an 82. Noah got a 74. David got an 84. James got an 88. Victor got an 82. And Nick walked away with first place with a 92. Really what was missing from his setup is just like more theme. I feel like, yeah, you can't just have that astronaut thing and just be like, that's my theme, I got a 10. It's like, it doesn't really work like that. So just adding like a little more, like maybe accessories too, because he didn't have headphones from the look of it. So just little things, and that setup could be nearly 100. The desk might kill it, but I don't know. I'm not going to talk more about that. But that is it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like. Episode 206 recorded live on March 21st, 2017. My name is Thomas Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Thomas Philly. And Matt is Matt Philly. You know Matt Philly. He's the best.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and we'll be back Thursday. I'll be back in the producer seat. He'll be back here.
Drop a comment if you like. Take over Tom Tuesday, Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, Tom Takeover. I'll see you guys later.